he sighed, forcibly calming himself. You assume that because you're a character, we don't want anything to do with you. You proved it a few weeks ago when we dueled. We don't want to normalize what you've done or what you're saying. That doesn't mean we will abandon our posts. Your people need us, Dalinar, even if you believe you don't. Dalinar walked to the edge of the garden, where he rested his hands on the stone railing. Beyond him, clouds mustered at the base of the peaks like a phalanx protecting its commander. From up here, it looked like the entire world was nothing more than an ocean of white broken by sharp peaks. His breath puffed in front of him, cold as the frost lands, though it didn't seem as bad inside the tower. Are any of those plants growing? He asked softly. No, Kadash said from behind. We aren't sure if it's the cold or the fact that few storms reach this high. He kept scraping. What will it feel like when a storm goes high enough to engulf this entire tower? Like we're surrounded by dark confusion, Dalinar said. The only light coming in flashes we can't pinpoint or comprehend. Angry winds trying to tow us in a dozen different directions, or barring that, rip our limbs from our bodies. He looked toward Kadash. Like always. The Almighty was a constant light. And now you make us question. You make me question. Being an Ardent is the only thing that lets me sleep at night, Dalinar. You want to take that from me, too? If he's gone, there's only the storm. I think there must be something beyond. I asked you before what did worship look like before wars. What did... Dalinar, please, just stop. Kadash drew a deep breath. Don't let everyone keep whispering about how you went into hiding. Say something pedantic like, I'm pleased with the work the Borean Church does and support my Ardents if I myself no longer have the faith I once did. Give us permission to move on. Storms, this isn't the time for confusion. We don't even know what we're fighting. Kadash didn't want to know that Dalinar felt meant to fight. Best not to speak of that. But Kadash's question did leave him considering. Odium wouldn't be commanding the day-to-day operations of the community. Who did that? The fused. The void's friend. Dalinar strolled a short distance from Kadash and looked at the sky. Stormfather? He asked. Do the enemy forces have a king or a high prince? Maybe a head Ardent? Someone other than Odium? The Stormfather rumbled. Again, I do not see as much as you think I do. I am the passing storm, the winds of the tempest. All of this is me. But I am not all of it, any more than you control each breath that leaves your mouth. Dalinar sighed. It had been worth the thought. There is one I have been watching, the Stormfather added. I can see her when I don't see others. The leader, Dalinar asked. Maybe. Men, both human and singer, are strange in what or whom they revere. Why do you ask? Dalinar had decided not to bring anyone else into one of the visions because he worried about what Odium would do to them. That would be people already serving Odium, wouldn't it? When is the next high storm? Taravangian felt old. His age was more than the aches that belonged as the day proceeded. It was more than the weak muscles, which still surprised him when he tried to lift an object that should have seemed light. It was more than finding that he'd slept through yet another meeting, despite his best efforts to pay attention. It was even more than slowly seeing almost everyone he'd grown up with fade away and die. It was the urgency of knowing that tasks he started today he wouldn't finish. He stopped in the hallway back to his rooms, hand resting on the strand-lined wall. It was beautiful, mesmerizing, but he only found himself wishing for his gardens in Cabral. Other men and women got to live out their waning hours in comfort, or at least familiarity. He let Maral take him by the arm and guide him to his rooms. Normally, Taravangian would have been bothered by the help. He did not like being treated like an invalid. Today, though? Well, today he would suffer the indignity. It was a lesser one than collapsing in the hallway. Inside the room, Advertagia sat amid 6 different scribbling span reeds, buying and trading information like a merchant at market. She looked at him, but knew him well enough not to comment on his exhausted face or slow steps. Today was a good day of average intelligence, perhaps a little on the the stupid side, but he'd take that. He seemed to be having fewer and fewer intelligent days, and the ones he did have frightened him. Taravangian settled down in a plush, comfortable seat, and Mabin went to get him some tea. Well, Abrategia asked. She'd grown old, too, with enormous bags around her green eyes, the persistent kind formed by drooping skin. She had liver spots and wispy hair. No man would look at her and see the mischievous child she'd once been, the trouble the two of them had gotten into. Darko? Abrategia asked. My apologies, he said. Dalinar Kholin has recovered. A problem? An enormous one. Taravangian took the tea from Mabin. More than you can guess, I should say, even with the diagram before you. But please, give me time to consider. My mind is slow today. Have you reports? Abrategia flipped over a paper from one of his stacks. Murloc seems to have settled in the Thornheater Peaks. Yoshor is on his way there now. We might again soon have access to the death battles. Very well. We've found what happened to Graves, Abrategia continued. Scavengers found the storm-blown wreckage of his wagon, and there was an intact span reef inside. Graves is replaceable. And the shards? Irrelevant, Taravangian said. We won't win the prize through forced bombs. I was reluctant to let him try his little coup in the first place. He and Graves had disagreed about the diagram's instructions to kill Dalinar or recruit him, and who was to be king of Alethkar. Well, Taravangian had been wrong about the diagram himself many times, so he'd allowed Graves to move forward with his own plots, according to his own readings of the diagram. While the man's schemes had failed, so had Taravangian's attempt to have Dalinar executed. So perhaps neither of them had read the diagram correctly. He took some time to recover, frustrated that he should need to recover in a simple walk. A few minutes later, the guard admitted Malata. The Radiant wore her usual skirt and leggings, Phelan style, with thick boots. She took a seat across from Taravangian at the low table, then sighed in a melodramatic way. This place is awful. Every last idiot here is frozen, ears to toes. Has she been this confident before bonding his friend? Taravangian hadn't known her well then. Oh, he'd managed the project, full of eager recruits from the diagram, but the individuals hadn't mattered to him until now. Your friend, Abrategia asked, getting on a sheet of paper. Has she anything to report? No, Malata said. Only the tidbit from earlier about other visions Dalinar hasn't shared with everyone. And, Taravangian asked, has the Spren expressed any reservations about the work you've given her? Damnation, Malata said, rolling her eyes. You're as bad as Kholin's scribes, always poking. We need to be cautious, Malata, Taravangian said. We can't be certain what your Spren will do as her self-awareness grows. She will surely dislike working against the other orders. You're as frozen as the lot of them, Malata said. She started glowing, stormlight rising from her skin. She reached forward, whipping off the glove, save hand, no less, and pressing it against the table. Marks spread out from the point of contact, little swirls of blackness etching themselves into the wood. The scent of burning filled the air, but the flames didn't persist if she didn't will them to. The swirls and lines extended across the tabletop, a masterwork of engraving accomplished in moments. Malata blew off the ash. The surge she used, division, caused objects to degrade, burn, or turn to dust. It also worked on people. Spark is fine with what we're doing, Malata said, pressing her finger down and adding another swirl to the table. I told you the rest of them are idiots. They assume all the Spren are going to be on their side. Never mind what the Radiance did to Spark's friends. Never mind that organized devotion to honor is what killed hundreds of Ash Spren in the first place. And Odium? Taravangian asked, curious. The diagram warned that the personalities of the Radiance would introduce great uncertainty to their plans. Spark is game for whatever it takes to get vengeance, and what lesser breaks stuff, Malata grinned. Someone should have warned me how fun this would be. I'd have tried way harder to land the job. What we do is not fun, Taravangian said. It is necessary, but it is horrible. In a better world, Graves would have been right. We would be allies to Dalinar Bolin. You're too fond of the Blackthorn bottle, Advertatia warned. It will cloud your mind. No, but I do wish I hadn't gotten to know him. That will make this difficult. Taravangian leaned forward, holding his warm drink. Boiled Ingo tea with mint. Smells of home. For the start, he realized he'd probably never live in that home again, would he? It was Andrew, he continued. Dalinar's recovery convinces me we must take more drastic action. Are the secrets ready? Almost, she said, moving some other papers. My scholars in Yaakoved have translated the passages we need, and we have the information from a lot of spying. But we need some way to disseminate the information without compromising ourselves. Assign it to Dova, Taravangian.
Is this the feeder? Oh, you finished that already? Yes. Oh, good job, Daddy.
Some meters.
See it here.
Oops. I think I need better.
How are they going to reach the bottom of the food?
I think I'm going to actually put a layer in so that it's not
so high. Yeah.
So high. Maybe.
Well, why? I guess what I'm saying is, why not make it one thing lower so they have to eat through this hole?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's better because that way they can reach the bottom. That's fine. Yeah.
It's the new gate.
Okay, let's try it. Chickens are going to go crazy. Oh, wow.
With the thing in front of it, it's kind of hard for them to get through. I'll have to jump on the top. Clean up the stuff.
Let's give this another partition. Cool. Well, one thing you could do is what they do in the industry is they add notches, like a keyhole notch. Like this. You can add a notch right here.
Oh yeah, I can cut out that thing.
Yeah, you can do a keyhole notch, that way they can put their head in and still be able to have the support. This makes it on top. That's what they do. You can Google it. They do like a keyhole notch.
Yes.
Oh, wow, look at that. So where'd you get this design, Daddy?
I wasn't quite sure how high this would go. Quite sure it would go. Probably can just stuff it from here.
I say we test it first, and then we can add that thing. I'm afraid they won't be able to get to the bottom.
There's handles on this side, and I have paracord on there. I'm gonna put carabiners here, so you can hook it onto the gate.
Oh, that's nice.
So that it doesn't
go around. Yeah. Are these casters have locks?
They have locks, but it's really like
hard to reach.
They're not always easy to reach, depending on how the wheels happen to be bending. Because these wheels, swivel. Yeah, you can either lock it in place or you have the hook, so you can do both. most of the time we can just have both because we don't need to go in and out here very often.
Thank you, Mom.